The holidays are right around the corner, and with all the festivities come big meals, busy schedules, and the occasional stress of trying to balance it all. But guess what? You don't have to choose between enjoying the season and staying on track with your fitness goals. Today, we're going to talk about how to navigate the holidays without the guilt. Let's find that sweet spot of balance and joy together. Welcome to Miles from Her View, the podcast where we dive deep into the unfiltered reality of fitness, strength training, and nutrition within womanhood and motherhood. I am your host, Kat, founder of Kat Fit Strength. I'm a career strength and conditioning coach, entrepreneur, lifelong athlete, and a mom of 2 active boys. In each episode, we explore the unique challenges and triumphs faced by women navigating the complexities of life. From juggling family and career to prioritizing self-care, we dissect the systems and the habits that shape our health and wellness. Join us for real stories, authentic advice, and genuine conversations as we empower each other to embrace our journeys and find strength in vulnerability. Welcome back to another episode of Miles from Her View. I'm Kat, your host, and I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're tuning in for the first time or a regular listener, I am so excited to dive in today's episode, and I truly hope you get some great tips out of it because this time of year is such a fantastic time of year, and it can be also a very stressful time of year. And I want you to know you have to find the plan that works for you. All right, so take these tips, discover what is going to work for you, and know that there's no right way or wrong way to do the holidays. Remember, your plan is your plan. Let's dive in. First, I'm going to go into just personal update. Life is already getting crazy for me. My kids are into their winter sport. They do swim. I feel the pressure of my schedule getting tighter, balancing the business with their sports plus my training. And we've also had a little bit of travel. Older son and I spent some time back in the town we used to live in Massachusetts when we lived up there. We are now in Pennsylvania for anyone who didn't know. And it was so amazing to see so many great friends that were established at a time in life when my kids were really little, and seeing my friends and their kids now teenagers, it was just mind-blowing of how did we get here. Plus driving around the town and remembering different points in my life where things were a struggle of how do I find time for me. My kids were babies and toddlers, and so it was kind of a full circle moment of wow, it feels like it was just yesterday that my kids were the babies and toddlers, and I was trying to figure it all out. My business was just brand new, and now here my business is 11 years old. My kids are out of elementary school and in middle school, and it happened so fast. I know that's cliche, but here we are. And just as fast as life happens, all these holiday things get thrown in, and it feels like life is on express fast forward. So next week in the United States is Thanksgiving, and however you observe it, whether, let's talk about how to handle those days and those interruptions to your schedule. And I want to say it's perfectly normal to feel you're disconnected and that you quote unquote fell off the wagon. That is a normal feeling. That's part of an unrest with our schedule. Everybody goes through it. So I don't want you to think you're doing it wrong, because that happens to everyone. So let's take that day in specific, or the days leading up to it. It is really important that you keep everything going as normal and adjust when needed. So look at your schedule, adapt, be flexible, and adjust when needed. And now we're going to get into the little bit of a nitty-gritty of that day or the night before or the day before, and focus on your food, hydration, and your movement. So here are 4 tips on how to do that. First, we're going to focus on food, especially on Thursday for Thanksgiving. I want you to not skip meals. Don't think, oh, I'm going to skip breakfast, save my calories for appetizers and the main meal. No, eat normally. Eat as you would. You don't need to alter everything. When you tend to alter your eating and save your calories, that's when things can backfire and you wind up eating more than you had planned on. Eat a balanced meals throughout the day and don't play the save the calories games because you're going to eat your great aunt whatever's dish that is always there. And I want to stress too with nutrition, if that day is totally out of the norm, one day is not going to make or break your whole plan, is not going to do it. Trust me. Number 2, hydration. Stay hydrated. In the Northeast, it's getting cooler. Your water intake tends to go down because you're not as hot, so you're not thinking about drinking. You're not sweating as much, so your water intake goes down already. When we get into a holiday setting, and maybe you're traveling, we tend to drink less water. Travel tends to be more dehydrating, especially traveling by plane. So we want to try and boost that water and be intentional with drinking water. This is going to help keep those energy levels up. You're going to feel your best. With your activity, it's normal for you to adapt and change, but try to find some movement. And I'll give myself as an example. I'm going to be traveling and I'm not planning any formal workouts. For me, it is a little stressful sometimes being and not always having places to be able to get a workout in. Plus, it's time off. We want to spend time with family and friends. So I incorporate movement throughout. We're planning walks, we're planning movement activities. So that is how I'm getting my movement in. For you, you know your schedule best. The last thing you want to do is put a workout on the schedule where you feel like you're missing some time off or missing time with family just to get a workout in. Figure out what movement is going to look like for you. So whether it's getting an abbreviated strength workout in, a brisk walk, a mobility session, or a bit of all the above, do what is going to make you feel good and get that activity in there. And then the final piece of this is plan ahead. And what I mean with it is not scheduling your day down to the last minute, but think, where can I nurture myself with keeping my well-being at top of mind throughout this time of travel? Those are some basic ones. Make sure you do what's right for you. Now, while you're at the holiday gathering, and I kind of touched on this with the nutrition, and I'm going to just reiterate some things here. First and foremost, enjoy yourself. The last thing I want anyone to do is sit there stressed out over, I can't eat this, I don't want to eat this, and I haven't moved out and I moved at all today. I need, to do all these things. I want you to focus on enjoying and connecting. There are traditional dishes that most people eat. I have them in my childhood growing up. My mom makes a bunch. Are they the most healthiest? I don't know. But I am going to enjoy the traditional things that my mom has prepared because that's what this time is about. Number 2, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Keep drinking that water. Oh my goodness, it is going to help. Whether or not you choose an alcoholic beverage or a non-alcoholic beverage that is not water, anything, just keep that water in there. Okay, it is going to help you feel so much better, keeping those energies up, helping you sleep better, and help with that digestion. I mentioned this in the first part, is balancing your plate. Really plan for half veggies, add the proteins, carbs, and your favorite treats. It all can fit in there. Just because you maybe had an extra serving of carbs, stuffing, whatever, potatoes, does not mean you don't get pie or dessert is at the end of the meal. Enjoy knowing that one day is not going to make it or break it. Get everybody involved in activity. Think about after dinner walk or getting outside and playing games with the whole family. Encourage total family activity. Walk and talk are great things. So now after the holiday, you do not need to get extra workouts in, push yourself harder in the gym or in a run, in any capacity, in any movement workout at all. There is no need to punish yourself for having enjoyed a holiday. You simply return to your usual habits the next day or whenever you are back into your regular routine. Drink water, get up, drink water, resume on whole foods, thinking about fruits and vegetables, lean meats, whole grains. Get all that good nutrient in there. We want nutrient dense foods. Leftovers are totally fine to eat. Mobility, if you've been standing or if you were wearing heels or sitting for a long time, traveling in a car, traveling by airplane, get that mobility in there. It'll help release the tension and the aches and the stiffness that could occur when we have to sit for a long time. Think about the whole game plan. It's pretty simple. Simple doesn't always mean easy to execute. But the last thing is, if no movement happens and you don't see a vegetable the whole time, that is okay. Focus on just easing back into your routine when you get. Please let me know. I would love to know. Message the podcast. What works for you? What didn't work for you? And hey, share with me. If you have an idea that you want to hear or something you want me to speak about, message me. I will gladly do the research. I will gladly put that episode together for you. If you could do me a favor, I'd love for you to leave a rating for the show and follow the show, because it helps more amazing women like you find the show, able to hear real, authentic views on fitness, strength training, nutrition. I appreciate you so much for listening, and I'm so grateful that you are here. So let's keep moving forward one step at a time. Until the next time, keep taking care of yourself. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Miles from Her View. Your support means the world to me, and I truly appreciate you being a part of our community. If you found today's episode helpful and want to stay informed about all things CatFit Strength, make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter. You'll receive exclusive insights, tips, and updates straight to your inbox. To sign up, simply visit the show notes or the subscription link. To discover more about CatFit Strength programs and how you can ignite your fitness journey, head over to our website at www.cat.fit. There you'll find everything you need to invigorate your path to strength and resilience. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I can't wait to connect with you in our upcoming episodes. Take care, and remember, act to take the next step.